Hey there, everybody. Caitlin McDonald here with the Social Speak Network. And today we are going to be looping around and talking about how to find content to discuss in social media as well as your blog posts as a way to increase patient engagement and to build credibility in your field, as well as how to really build that search engine optimization on your website. So there recently, just last week, there was a Google algorithm update. If you follow anybody who talks about SEO, they are talking about this update and about the volatility that a lot of industries saw, especially healthcare. But I think the biggest thing that this volatility comes down to is that Google wants to show individuals the best content for whatever search they're looking for. So Google's algorithm updates are continually trying to weed out the websites that are following bad SEO practices and that haven't taken the time to update their website to make sure that it's fulfilling all of the most recent and up-to-date SEO protocols. So I wouldn't worry so much about this algorithm update. Another one's going to happen again. Everything that you change now might change again. So instead of focusing on the minute details, as long as you have proper SEO in the back-end structure of your website, and for that, please feel free to reach out. We can run a couple of reports for you, make sure that that is all set up correctly. But instead of really focusing on that and worrying about that, worry about the content that you're putting out there and that you're putting together. So I had a great call today with a new prospect, and he runs a few websites that put out exceptional articles, interviews, information for his clients. And really his goal is to empower them to be able to make informed decisions. And that is the whole goal of his website. However, we recommend any website, any service-based website, or even product-based website seeks to fulfill the same goal and the same mission. So this individual and I were talking about different ways that he currently is finding his blog topics. And he brought up one place that we actually haven't really mentioned or dived into in the past. So we've talked about doing Google searches, and we've talked about doing taking notes when you are speaking with prospects or speaking with some of your clients and some of your patients about what those general questions are that they're always asking and always looking for answers for. But he gave a great idea to look at Facebook groups. And he said that he is a part of numerous Facebook groups within this niche part of healthcare that he is a part of. And he pays attention to the topics and the discussions and the questions that are happening there. And his assumption is if somebody or multiple people are asking the same question in multiple ways, that information is not easily accessible on Google. It's not easily accessible online on the sources for information where these people are used to going. So what this individual does is he finds the expert that talks about that specific question, and he reaches out to them and does an interview on his website about that topic. He then follows our process that we've talked about a lot, where you transcribe the video, do a quick edit, make sure that it does have the headers, the things to increase readability, such as bullet points, bold words, italics, and then he publishes it and makes sure that the video is embedded of the interview as well. Then he goes ahead and shares that interview, that article, onto social media. He shares it in his newsletter and posts it other places online as well. And so this is just such a great strategy and such a great way to find topics to discuss. So the first step here is diving into Facebook and finding groups that people are part of where your target market is. So if you focus on, oh goodness, family care, for example. You might be able to find different groups that have mothers in them, or that talk about exercise for children or diets for children. Maybe it's picky eaters. And so you dive into these groups and you see what topics people are talking about. And you're gonna find at some points in time, everybody is asking the same questions. So take that as your opportunity to jump on and to answer the questions for them. These individuals will be forever grateful that you have provided them with the information, and it helps build that know, like, and trust factor if you continually do this over and over again. So let's say there are no groups on Facebook where people are asking these questions. You can always jump on over to LinkedIn and join groups, or one of my personal favorites and one that we've talked about in the past is jumping over to Quora and seeing what questions people are asking. And then also you can get some ideas for the answers by looking at the discussions, at the comments back, and the people answering these questions. One of the things that we enjoy seeing frequently is when you answer a question a little bit differently than anyone else has answered it. Let's say there is a common mindset about one specific procedure that you offer, service that you offer. Maybe take a little bit different stance, as long as it's still truthful and you're not making any health claims or health assumptions. You can answer it however your training really aligns. You don't have to follow the mold that everybody else has had. And the reason why we do this is because it helps you set apart. And Google actually, through its algorithm, can recognize when people are creating new, fresh content or when they're just regurgitating what somebody else is saying. So today, I want your biggest takeaway to be that you can rely on other people and you can rely on your target market to come up with topics for you to discuss. By doing this, I believe that you will get ahead of the curve when you look at Google Trends with keywords, and that you are best positioning yourself not only to withstand future Google updates, but also to truly connect with your target market and potential clients, potential patients online. So if you have any questions about how to best write the blog post or a process that you can put into place to make sure you are always staying ahead of these trends and finding the topics that are going to relate to your target market, please feel free to reach out. Head on over to socialspeaknetwork.com, click that free consultation button, and of course, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.